Welcome to the Cameron Squared podcast. Whee! Today's episode, we're talking about standards because we just did. This will be out of sync, I imagine.
Yeah.
But we just
You got
did
a little video to look forward to. A
Yeah.
little cheeky video because I'm assuming this will come out first.
I'm imagining.
Yeah.
But we did our Spider-Man 2 review.
Yeah.
And we did our prototype review.
Yeah.
But it did make me start thinking about the standards at which we review or how we review standards. So I think an obvious one is our personal, it's a personal 6.
Yeah.
But it's it's objective whatever.
Yeah.
I think this game is a 7. But I personally I'm like it's an 8.
Yeah. Personal is going to be like the main driving force of our thing. So that's why it's going to be harder to guess.
Yeah, because I think if we just go with personal,
yeah, like this is by no means an objective. Like, this is good. Yeah,
and it's really hard.
But
It's really hard to do with games to do an objective.
Yeah.
Anything.
But that's the thing. We can be very influenced by objective things. Like,
yeah, it can.
Particularly you when it comes to objective. This is bad story writing.
Yeah, like I thought.
Fucking.
It pulls down the
Yeah.
enjoyment of everything personally.
Yeah.
Whereas some people it doesn't do that for.
Yeah.
But I had a fucking point.
But it's when it's pushing it in your face is your main issue.
What's pushing on my face?
The story in your main face. Like,
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, like
if this is front and center,
the issue I have with some of these AAA story games is because they are clearly AAA story games.
Yeah.
They are full on this is what we're doing.
Yeah. God of War Ragnarok, one of the best pieces of media.
Yeah,
today.
I've seen.
Gameplay not the best, but
it's like gameplay's not. No, it feels great.
It
Blah
fits,
blah blah
it fits,
blah.
yeah.
Because there's also that a lot of these AAA games feel good to play,
yeah.
but there isn't much happening.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man 1 swinging feels great and it is fun to do, but there is not really much of a
skill ceiling. Yeah. It's not
This isn't bad.
failable.
It's not really failable. Yeah, it's
but
weird
it's
seeing.
therapeutic.
It's weird seeing clips of Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And they don't have swing assist on. No, sorry,
They have
do,
swing assist on. Yeah. You see them
and they float. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck!
I didn't realize how coddled I was. In the first
Aggressive.
one.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
Yeah, you know.
But same with, like I said, Uncharted and all that. Like it feels, it's like I think the actual work for this punch feels like a punch.
Yeah.
This hit feels like a hit.
Yeah. Those Uncharted punches were fucking fantastic.
Yeah, Ragnarok and God of War, same thing, where he hits them with the axe or throws the axe and it comes back, and you're like, shoom, and you're like, this feels good.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily gameplay.
Oh, 100%.
It's they're just so good at tactile feel. How's it feel to drive?
Exactly. It's like mouthfeel when you having food. Yeah.
Yeah, but how's the taste?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or how does it make you feel later on? But when I play these games, Red Dead was another one. When I leave these games, I am only really thinking about the story and how I felt in the story, because that was their goal. That was the idea. We're going to give them this game, and it's all going to be for this story that we're going to tell them, like a movie.
Yeah.
So then I judge them harshly
on the bit that they are putting front and center.
Exactly.
100%.
The bit that they were like, do this. Whereas we played Prototype, and it didn't overstay its welcome. Yeah. That's why I do like that phrase, it insists upon itself.
Yes.
Which I'm not 100% sure what it means. I just love this clip from Family Guy.
Yeah.
It insists upon itself.
It's a phrase that insists upon itself.
Yeah. But it insists upon itself. But Last of Us 2 insists upon itself. It's like, we're telling you a big message. Look. It's in your face. And I'm like, the game's not... But even the gameplay's
your
not
story's
great.
not very... You're bringing it to
but
that,
now I'm like, don't make me focus. But Prototype's like, don't focus on our story.
Yeah.
The cutscene, 3 minutes. Not even.
Yeah.
It was...
Here's something if you want to dive into. Here's some lore. Don't ignore the story.
I was looking for clips for... I think a really good way to judge this is very unique to me and people who make videos, is you can judge it on when you click through all of your footage.
Yeah.
Randomly click through. What do you see? Because I randomly click through Spider-Man, I get cutscenes. Mostly cutscenes.
Yeah.
And when I click through Prototype, I was struggling to find a cutscene because I've got 4.5 hours of gameplay. So if I click, you know what I mean? If I just randomly click through, the chances of me getting a cutscene are fucking 2%, 3%. It's tiny. But when I clicked in Spider-Man, I kept getting fucking cutscene or something or them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I accidentally set a recording on Spider-Man. I was like, look at this little glitch. I'm gonna record the last 30 seconds. Completely forgot that the last time that I'd went to go record footage on my PlayStation 4, it recorded an hour. I was like, I'm not scrolling through that. I recorded for full hour because we're doing the Call of Duty stuff. And I went to do the thing. I was like, no. And I was like, it was cutscene immediately. I was like, oh no. It's like this Oh wait, no, this is spoiler. This should be spoiler free for Spider-Man. Let's not.
Yeah, let's leave it out, I guess.
Yeah. We can't just randomly drop a spoiler for Spider-Man.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's I think where my standards for like my thoughts or my review or our review, where we're going forward.
Yeah.
Is how I'm gonna do it. Like, what is the game throwing at me?
Yeah.
That really depends on my score. Like I said with Spider-Man 1, I left that game like, holy fuck. That was wild.
That was a ride.
Yeah,
Story
that was a
is
ride.
fucking beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And then God of War 1 and Ragnarok left me like, holy fuck. That was a ride.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 left me like, oh my God. I was speechless, I think, for that most of that game. And
yeah, it's one I need to go back to. Is like, again, my main issue with Red Dead was
gameplay.
No.
Oh no.
My PlayStation 4 was a jet engine.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't, especially that game.
I was thinking a lot.
It ran For Honor and For Honor alone.
That's all it was built for. I had, like, yeah, I guess it's really hard to when you have this certain like level of reviewing.
Yeah,
I do think a standard is good, but it's
100%,
because everyone has one, but it's really hard to put your finger on like
what a standard actually is,
or what you
defining
first of all,
standards.
defining a standard is really difficult,
and defining your standards, and then how they can shift from game to game.
Yeah, because like, what's my stance on glitches and that kind of thing? Like, how does that affect how I would review something?
Yeah,
because at the moment I'm struggling with Dead Rising on the PC, but I can't take the.
Yeah.
I can't take it away from it, but you can't get away from the fact that I'm going to play this game and be pissed off the whole time because it keeps crashing. So how do you pull away from that? Because obviously the retro game feel is going to be quite interesting. I mean, I've got the PlayStation there, so you can just might be a better idea just to. It's the footage I want.
Yeah,
and the capture card. You're right. It's not the best quality.
Yeah,
so that's an issue.
That is an issue.
But
behind the scenes, folks.
But yeah, because if going back to the game, it's broken because it's on a PC.
Yeah,
but. Should they not fix their game? Should they not make their game work? But I mean, do you not? Like, it's so far ago.
But it's a port, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not port. Like they
came out 2016.
Yeah. But I mean, like they had an up-resed version. Did they not release that on PC as well? Like they have an up-resed version on the PS5. That's PS4.
Oh.
But they up-resed it for like a re-release or something like that. Oh, so is that not the version that's on
PC? Oh, fuck knows.
And it's someone else that would have done it as well. So it would have been slightly different. Do you remember the Wii version of Dead Rising?
No.
Oh, it was bad.
What was it?
It's just like, I think they completely took away the camera. You could have like 8 zombies on screen at a time.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay,
and it's ridiculously like tiny.
Man, that Wii U was a...
No, Wii, not Wii U.
Not the Wii U?
Not the Wii U,
the Wii U.
That is the Wii. No, the Wii U would have been fine because that would have been like 360 level.
Yeah, then it would have been okay.
So it would have been able to keep up. The Wii one came out like 2007, 2008 or something like that because they're like, we can't fit this on this console. Okay, then create a different version of it.
Yeah, that was a funny time, wasn't it? Where they just like made.
You had completely different versions of games. We don't have that anymore. Like Spider-Man 2.
We don't have that anymore.
No, like Spider-Man 2, like on the GameCube, and Spider-Man 2 on the DS. And on the Game Boy, on the PC. Completely different.
The PC had a different.
Oh, the PC did have a different.
Weird,
it was awful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I did play it. I think it was a free demo. I think I had the DS one. I remember that somehow having Swing Around the City, but it wasn't. I think it was procedurally generated. Really?
I think
something was up.
You're swinging around and like.
I don't.
Because you came out of a 2D encounter and swung around the city for a little bit, but if you fell, you'd get into like a fight. And then be a cutscene, and then go fight these thugs. Now go back and swing over to the bit.
It
was so weird.
That's really weird.
It was such a weird ass game.
Yeah, that's odd. What was it? Yeah, that era's gone.
Yeah. Can I miss it? I kind of miss it. I
think kind of miss it. Maybe. I think it was. I think I'm just nostalgic.
Like what the PSP version of Marvel: Rise of the Imperfects had Captain America instead of Wolverine.
So it did. I think I liked Captain America.
Yeah.
I think it was fun to throw a shield. Captain America is an interesting video game character.
Yeah.
Because of he's like a normal dude, but slightly enhanced. So the double jump in that makes sense, sort of. Not physics wise. But then his shield is like you can't. Like, because the Marvel Avengers tried, and his shield would just come back. Even if you throw it in open space, which doesn't make sense. No. If you throw it against the wall and it bounces everywhere, that doesn't really make sense either. But somehow it works for my brain.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course you could. In
theory, angle that. Like he's a super soldier. He knows the angles. Like if Spider-Man can swing around the city as a pen.
Yeah. Oh, that was no, I can't talk about Spider-Man. I was gonna.
I want to go and speak. Let's speak more.
But no, I find
we before we started recording this podcast, like we were just
going over more of
because there's so much in that game. It's such a
big game.
It's massive.
It's massive. It is. It's huge. But no, so I was trying to figure out
where standards lie.
Yeah, like where are they? How do we even have it?
I think I'm fairly inconsistent with my standards.
That's what I mean. You're probably not. That's what's annoying about it. Like, you know, because like I don't know. I feel inconsistent as well, but I'm probably not. Like I like a lot of games that don't have story.
Yeah, same.
But then
it has to have enough of a challenge for me if it's not got a good story. Like a roguelike, like your Dead Cells, your
of course, yeah,
Slay the Spires and all that kind of stuff. And they do have stories there, but you don't need to pay attention.
Yeah.
And then if they do have stories, they have to be great, like Hades. Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the way they told the story is great.
So good.
Because there's ways, the way Hades tells a story and the way other games tell stories that really tie into the gameplay. I can't think of any more examples. For life, me, Dark Souls actually would probably be one.
Oh, gameplay and stories being weaved in together is such an important part of.
Because I think they leave you with a different feeling, and I think depending on the feeling you prefer more, could influence. Will obviously influence what you give a higher score. Like coming out of something like Hades, I would never give that a higher score than like something like Red Dead, because I left Red Dead emotionally touched. Quote unquote. Do you know what I mean? But I left Hades like that was so cool. But you can't emotionally touch me the way a movie can. Because movies, at this point, we've figured out how to like almost manipulate.
Yeah, and manipulate feeling and pacing. You have a, you have a grip control of the pacing. Grip of the pacing.
Yeah, which allows you to rise their emotions and then release it at the right point. Whereas games like
Hades,
they can if you kind of accidentally do it, but you could do it. It's hard to explain fully what I'm trying to get at. It's hard to build up the kind of like crying, for example. To make someone cry, you need to like massage them almost.
Yeah. You need to treat it like a movie, essentially. Like Spider-Man did that well.
But I don't even know if
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I don't even know if you, like we're saying, that you don't have to. I think it's just movies have it. We just storytelling wise, we have it down to like a T.
Yeah.
Because we've been telling stories for.
With games, you need to know your player, and with games in particular, your players can be so vastly different.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas like a movie is just like knowing your audience is important, but like being able to manipulate them the right way.
Storytelling tropes are like tropes. They work.
Music swells. Like angles and
having the villain has a connection to the hero. And having them talk to each other, for example, so you can hear both sides of the philosophical decisions.
Whereas the games, you need investment a lot more. Like Aunt May's death in Spider-Man 1, you were invested because you're spending a lot of time with her. While there were so many movie-esque moments in Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
And like that's what it built up to, and that was the story. But making you see Aunt May all the time and having her like drop like a couple of eggs of truth and honesty and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, Last of Us, I think, is another along the lines of that.
Yeah,
where you spend so much time with Ellie and Joel.
Yeah, and you see their relationship develop.
Yeah, outside cutscenes. It's almost like filler episodes that matter.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like you're just like watching them.
Filler is so much more important in games.
It's weird because filler episodes, nothing happens. That's the issue. But what they do really well is watching a character. I've heard that. I think it's for D&D actually. They're like, when you create a character, one way to flesh them out is what's their favorite color, and what's their favorite thing to do when they're at home and they're alone, like that kind of thing. Because it makes them real. Yeah. Because people, that's the thing.
I'll need to try that for my next one.
It's very interesting.
It sounds really interesting.
Because that's what people are like. People have a favorite color. You have preferences to like time of day, year, and then what do they do on their own? It's like, well, I like to play video games. I like to read books. What kind of books? And that's really informative.
Expand.
What kind of art touches me? You know, that kind of thing. It's like really meaningful or philosophically challenging kind of stuff, or something with the dad energy. The classic, you know what I mean? Like that stuff gets me, but it is informed by how I lived, and so you're making a character. It's like you can't just go there like Bassin from Mirage. Yeah, he's a good guy.
You don't know Bassin's favorite color.
Like you don't. Yeah, I don't know his favorite color. Well, I guess white.
No, you can't say that for all the assassins.
Also, halfway through that game,
that's just rude.
Yeah, halfway through the game, you go to a library and he talks to a priest, and then the priest is like, "What books did you read?" And he's like, "Oh, I loved poetry." And I'm like 8 hours into this fucking game. Why am I only just learning this guy likes poetry? Second, you can't just go, that's not a trait.
Yeah.
The trait your character is informed by all the things they do.
Yeah.
Like Peter quips when he's nervous.
Yes.
And it's a constant theme throughout both games and his character as a whole.
Yeah.
So like that is like, why does he do that? Because he gets nervous because he was at school and he was bullied and he was a nerd, and it keeps going back.
Yeah.
Which obviously I think they lacked for Miles. But
he
video
just
games
quips
are
because Spider-Man quips.
Yeah, because Spider-Man quips. But games are much better at that than movies, because we can spend so much more time with them, like actually in their house, for example. Like we can actually just see them they can do the show not tell a lot better.
Yes.
Because if you go home, some Spider-Man, you can go visit the grave.
Yeah, and all.
We've seen that you can go with the black suit and the.
I did not know.
I've seen it and I didn't watch it. I don't know why. I think must have been working. So I think I saw it and I was just like, don't do that. You'll lose yourself to the doom scroll. But I think you can go in your black suit and normal suit and you'll say different things or talk differently to Uncle Ben's grave.
I'm assuming at the point in the story, not in.
What do you mean?
So like at the point in the story of being in the black suit, not just switch to the black suit and go.
You can switch to the black suit?
Well, post game.
Oh yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's still good Peter. Yeah, so it'd have to be the point in the story.
It'd have to be in the point in the story.
Yeah, which I think is great. Which is also a funny thing about character work in games. Now we're talking about character work in games. Is Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
Connor sucks, but there's a lot of side quest missions that flesh him out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, so he's not shit, and I'm like, well, no.
Connor's a decent protagonist.
Yeah, but what the shit part was that was a side quest.
Yeah.
Like you can't you can't hide you can hide cool stuff character development wise, but you can't hide your character in a side quest. Like that's just silly.
But that's the thing, the story's not about Connor, it's about the American Civil War or like something bollocks like that.
Yeah, well that's
the signing of Declaration of Independence. It's boring.
Yeah, which is where that's a really good example of like I wouldn't drag it down for the story as much as I would Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Depending on how long the cutscenes are, obviously. If the cutscenes are like fucking far too long. Actually, no, that's a really bad example. That's just a really bad. I think it's just a really poorly designed game, from as far as I remember.
But that's
on you go. Sorry,
that's a bad thing about the Assassin's Creeds in general is their lack of focus on characters. Since Ezio, they've not focused on a good character since.
Bayek's in the last one.
Yeah,
I think the last one that. I think Ezio. Yeah,
Ezio,
because
Bayek and Edward Kenway. Yeah, Edward Kenway.
But he was fun.
But being a pirate was fun.
We didn't
so you didn't need him.
No, he was a vessel.
Yeah,
he was a vessel for. Oh, I can't say it like that because I'll hit the thing. He was a vessel, so he's the fun pirate guy.
Yeah,
and it was fun to play as him, but he had some depth. He was interesting, but not as interesting as like Ezio and Bayek. They're the only two that I'm like, no, these ones are good.
I did like Altair was a basic start point. A bit bland.
Yeah. I thought he was interesting.
Yeah.
Because he was a really unlikable. Do you remember? Because I played
I've not played in a long time.
You remember at the beginning, he kills that guy? He kills an innocent dude, like immediately?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Well, he kills an innocent guy immediately, and he uses the creed to be like, by any means necessary. So he like twists his own creed, which is really interesting philosophically, where it's like, wait, what? The assassins are good guys. And it's like, well, no, they have freedom, which means you are allowed to interpret their words and make it bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like that kind of.
You're allowed to be bad.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be. But you are allowed to take our words and make them. Anyway,
Psychos versus nerds.
It's free will, yeah. But then he's incredibly arrogant.
Yeah,
incredibly so. And then throughout the game, he becomes less arrogant.
Yeah, because they strip him of all of his shit.
Yeah, because he's an arrogant little fuck.
Yeah.
And then he's the reason.
Yeah, I remember bits.
Do you remember? Like he's an arrogant little shit, and you don't really like him. And then
that gives him the opportunity for character growth.
Yeah, and they kind of do this really weird arc, but it's not an arc. It's more of like a really slow arc.
Problem.
It's not an arc. It's more like
slight raise.
Yeah, slight raise in character because there's not much story. So the only character work I think you really get is when he talks to because his handler is the guy that lost an arm, and it's Altair's fault.
Yeah.
So then you get little like seconds of that where they talk to each other.
Mm.
At first he's like, give me the thing, I'm only this and that, and then eventually comes in and he's like, hello friend, blah 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 blah, and then that guy's like, you're not the same guy I knew.
Yeah.
So but it's like not really the focus,
Yeah.
which is
That, yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 was more proof of concept. Like,
yeah, it really felt like proof of concept.
it's also hard to tell two stories at once.
Yeah, which I think they suffered with.
Yeah, like trying to start off by writing two stories at once. Like, I love the idea of
I love it.
like going
Great
like
storytelling.
it's a brilliant idea for like storytelling.
It's a great idea for a storytelling tool. It's really good. But I think it's a better video game tool than it is a storytelling tool. Where it's just like, hey, you killed this guy. Like, well, you can't. You can't. He didn't do it, and you're playing history. You're not playing a game right now. You're playing history, dummy. What was I getting at? Yeah. So, but I find it. I don't know, when you design your game to tell me a story, which I think most games
Should.
I was like should to an extent, but obviously there's strategy games and there's what do you call it, like Crusader Kings and that, where like you say, where the story comes from what we've done.
Yeah.
Which isn't quite the same
Emergent
thing.
storytelling. That one, right?
Yeah. It would be emergent. So it is storytelling. So it's like, here's the tools to tell your own story.
Yeah.
So yeah, but everything we do is storytelling. That's why it's so difficult to grab a certain.
But yeah, you can't do emergent storytelling in any other medium, apart from those choose your own adventure books. But they're
even though you're right, though, they're set.
That's proof of concept emergent storytelling.
Yeah, you're right. You can't do
when you like hold your finger on the page on the old one, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna make
just
this
in case.
decision,
Just in case I fuck
that's
up.
a bad decision. No, way back we
Okay,
go.
so I'm
not starting this book again.
It was the first save scumming. It was like it's the first pre-save scumming. No, it was good. But yeah, no, I find it very hard to judge how I judge a story.
Yeah.
Or how much weight do I put on
But
the
we're not
story.
starting judging stories, we're judging games. But you're right. The weight that's behind
yeah.
it. But it's such an important part. Like your, what is it, 3 pillars of gameplay, storytelling, and challenge. Probably your main pillars?
Me? Oh, shit.
No, like just in general, that's probably main pillars of
I would say so.
Yeah.
Gameplay, story, and challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge can like feed into gameplay a bit.
Yeah, but this is the thing, like you've got walking simulators and shit.
Yeah.
Which is where
Which
I'm
just
just
removes
like,
a pillar.
Wait, I'm confused.
But it removes a pillar and focuses on one.
Yeah, it does. And tries to. Yeah,
like it's.
I've never played. I will say I've never played a walking simulator that has affected me like a game.
Yeah, they've affected you like a book.
Not even. No. I've read books where I'm just like, oh shit, and I'm like standing up.
You loved What We'd Do with Edith Finch.
I did. There was a moment in that I was like, this is clever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really, really fucking cool. But books have obviously affected me to the point where I'm like, oh, turning the page and shit. Have you seen this meme? There's a meme going on like, what if it was like watching a movie? If reading a book was like watching a movie with your mates, and it's like 3 guys are going, oh! And then they're all like, whoa! And he like walks around the room and it comes back, it's like, shit! And the guy, there's a great bit where he goes, 2 of them go, oh! And he goes, wait, I'm a slow reader. Oh! it's really fucking funny. I'll show you after. It's really funny. What was I getting at? But yeah, I've never been affected by a walking simulator like I have like a fucking game. I guess like a game.
Yeah,
but this is very
again.
recent.
I feel it's also part proof of concept as well. Like these game developers are wanting to
just put something out.
Put something out.
Yeah, it is. It's almost like the closest thing they can make to. Well, no, some of them I guess are super invested in the thing they make. Well, obviously, they're artists.
Yeah.
They're, at the end of the day, they're all like these indie games are just artists.
Yeah.
They're just making shit.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Making shit with passion, which is the issue with.
I actually saw a meme about Undertale recently, and it was.
Which I'm still to play with.
That'll be retro enough.
It looks retro. We can pretend.
Yeah, we can pretend
for the uninitiated.
Oh yeah. We're going to be doing retro. That Marvels are like one-off. Marvel Spider-Mans are one-off.
Oh, I think are one-off. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be a one-off. We might do a Wolverine. Just saying.
It's so long away.
Long away that we might. Yeah, but Undertale. He was like, you don't need to be good at coding to make games. Undertale's a fucking mess. He's like, there's some rooms that you walk into that like check several different code things, then reset it to 0 and check it again. All of the text in the entire game is one long text chain file.
Jesus.
But you don't care because the game's fantastic.
Yeah, no,
so
yeah.
go out and make games. Is what the guy was saying. He's like, you're just trying to convince people to make games.
No, absolutely. Because I was thinking of it with when we're talking about standards again, where some games don't have good moments in them, but adds to the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So art does it. Like a lot of things in art, like it's not perfect. There's moments like you're like that perspective's kind of off. I don't know if I like that, but it makes the picture.
Yeah.
Like you like it because it's a bit more human.
So,
I guess.
yeah, Ubisoft is trying to make the perfect game.
Oh yeah.
And that's why it's boring. That's why the Ubisoft game
Yeah, what they've become
is.
But that's why I think they're. Sorry, I'm completely veering where I had this discussion with.
No, we veered a long time ago.
I know. Where Ubisoft, I think they're trying to make a corporate game, but then it feels like someone is trying to do passion in there. That's what I feel like. They're not EA. Like they don't have a full committee and just pump out a game. It's like they do a full committee and then someone's like, but we could like, what if we did this? And then everyone's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay. It's like, no, stop it. Be corporate. Like, you know?
Guys, we're so close.
Yeah, and then they put out Watch Dogs 2, for example, was the last one I remember. And it was like fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it was great, but it was like, it was full of character. It was super colorful.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't corporately shoved out.
Yeah.
But there was aspects of it.
Yeah, but
that
I think
were.
because Watch Dogs 1 was corporately shoved out and they're like, we're going to do something.
Yeah, well, I
with
guess
this.
we'll let people do it this time, I guess. Obviously, Assassin's
Fine,
Creed.
you guys take over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For Honor was another one where it's like they kind of put it out to join the online shit, but then it turned into its own like thing, and it was like, oh well, you've actually got a community here, and the game's really interesting, and there's not anything like it on the market. No, like there's nothing like it on the market. So they are, and Far Cry 3, obviously.
Yeah.
With obviously. This is all right.
Far Cry 3 and then Far Cry 3 2 and then Far Cry 3 5.
Yeah. I was this
Ad
all
nauseum.
Yeah, the Far Cry 3's VAS, Far Cry 5's opening. These are the three things that I'm like, that's one of the best things I've seen.
Yeah.
VAS and the Far Cry 5 opening. What was the other one? Beyond Good and Evil? I never played that.
I forget that's Ubisoft.
It's Ubisoft game.
That's one they'll have to. I've never played it.
Do you remember Child of Light?
Yes.
Yeah, that was cute.
Was that
That's Ubisoft? Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, I was
That's
like,
an indie game.
I'm doing my video. I'm doing a bit more research on Ubisoft, and I'm like, wait, hold on, they're actually
Origins.
they're not shit. They're actually quite okay at innovating sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Tom Clancy's Wildlands, which was like exactly. It's like but it's not. People still play it, and people still really like it because it's actually quite tactical.
Is it?
But yeah,
okay.
It's really bizarre. It's got
I
a whole.
played it. I did not like it.
It's got a whole community of people that play it. They take off the fucking HUD and they're just like, "Let's fucking go, boys."
Okay, that sounds really dope.
Do you know what I mean? And they're like,
Only shut that or something.
yeah, and they really like it. And I'm like, huh. So the actual like, I guess the systems they have work.
Yeah.
They just didn't. They just when people,
Occasionally it's just like they get absorbed by the board or something.
They got too absorbed with the like everything is on visuals,
Yeah.
right? So they just took all that away and made it a bit harder, and they were like, "This is a hardcore game for us," and the systems allow that to work.
Yeah, but they also have like the do it your way kind of style as well.
Yeah,
like,
with sneak or shoot or whatever.
Yeah, but
which
it's like
is
sneak
dangerous.
until you fail and then shoot.
Yeah, which is dangerous because you appease.
Homogenizes.
You're trying to appease everyone. You
Yeah.
appease no one.
Yeah, you can.
But I'm also torn between like stealth games. Obviously, they're like, we'll make a bad stealth combat mechanic so that you can have a good stealth mechanic, which is part of my thing in Mirage. And I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that, but I also don't think I agree with the homogenization of everything.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Watch Yahtzee's extra punctuation on stealth games and where they've went.
Yeah, I kind of half watched it in the background because I was working.
Yeah.
But it's relevant to the video.
Yeah,
I'm
100%. Like when he started bringing up Batman and like their like escalation and shit like that, I was like, brilliant.
Oh, I didn't watch that at all, actually. Okay, I watched some of it and I was like,
it was like, what is the goal? How do you do a proper good stealth game? And he was like, I think you still add like the combat mechanics, just make it kind of shit.
Yeah, and I was
and
like,
then he starts goes on to talk about Thief 2 as he want to do.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. I don't.
You want your combat to be kind of shit so that you don't get into.
I know, but I don't think I agree. That's the thing. But I'm like, I don't think I agree with that, and I don't think I agree with homogenization.
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is, but I don't agree with either of those. They
Neither
both
work.
suck. Because I played. Again, I think it's easier on a smaller scale, but Intravenous I've talked about. I don't think I've talked about it on this podcast. It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's hot in Miami, but still.
Yeah.
But you can go full blast. It's just really difficult.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and the combat isn't busted. It's just really hard. And I think that's the best way to do it because it's top down. Hotline Miami, so you can't see very far. The AI is smart. They're the ones where if you shoot, I'm sure I've said this on the podcast. If you shoot someone at the door, They
I
go
think
to
so,
that,
yeah.
They go to the check out the
Or
dead
did we-
body.
Yeah, I
You
think we
shoot
did,
them,
yep.
hopefully. So you shoot them, they go check the dead body, you shoot them, and then everyone else doesn't go in the room. They're like, I'm going to die if I go to the door.
Yeah.
So the AI actually is challenging. And it's you die in one hit, Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
So that you can't really see people. Bullets are fucking flying. Do you know what I mean? So it's a hard game. So you'd sneak, and the sneak system's very
Intricate.
sophisticated was the word I'd use. So speed and volume, light, I think surface that you're walking on is factored in as well.
Yeah.
Like Thief.
Yeah.
But if you want, you can just equip yourself
Balls
with
to the wall.
fuck it, and just go shooting people. And it's really fucking good when you do that. It turns into Hotline Miami, but it's all gun. So you're like shooting people, and as you go past windows, you're like shooting through the window, like blindly, but you just need to hit them once and they die. So it turns into like,
Yeah.
but also random like stray shots can hit you and then you die.
Yeah.
So it feels like a real gunfight. It's just not the most efficient way to get through the level.
Yeah.
But it's also fun to just throw
crazy.
yourself at
Yeah.
a wall to try and get through it. So I'm like, I think,
The Hotline Miami way.
yeah. So I think if my solution would be somewhere in there where you make it harder to do the combat, but you don't, but the combat should still be fun. But
Yeah.
also this game is uniquely, like obviously guns are uniquely suited for that, because if shooting someone stealthily feels the same as shooting someone non-stealthily, it's just the stakes have been raised and the reaction time needs to be a bit higher. But if you had like a sword game and you made a good sword combat system,
Yeah.
you don't do sword combat stealthily. You just go stab. You know what I mean? You don't go like, pew, 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 pew. Now instead of that you go like mechanically it feels the same, but walking behind someone and stabbing them doesn't feel the same as a melee system.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm starting to come along.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm picking up the ball. Don't you worry.
Yeah. So that was the bit I was definitely struggling to explain. So yeah, when I walk up behind someone with a sword, I usually just press square and they die.
Yeah.
If I walk behind with a gun, I aim and shoot.
Yeah.
When I get into a combat, I need to block and dodge and shoot and whatnot. But with a gun, I aim and shoot. Like nothing's changed.
Yeah.
That's
You're just a little bit further away. Yeah.
yeah, nothing's changed. I'm a little further away, and they know I'm there, which turns into that. Right now, I need to use cover, because it's top down. I think it just works better. But I don't know how you would scale that up to something like
into a 3D kind of style.
I don't know how you would
environment?
scale it up to like a full on. It's really hard with melee and shit. But
Actually, aim your
Wildlands,
stabs, but then that's just
like I said,
literally-
apparently Wildlands does it well. Like you can do open combat and stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, like to be fair, like a lot of the open combat stealth games, like Far Cry, like the first Far Cry 3, Yes, the first Far Cry 3. I'm gonna go with that.
There was 3 of them. Or 2?
4.
4 of them.
4. Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5, Far Cry 6, and Far Cry 3.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, sorry, Far
1
Cry
and
3,
2.
Far Cry 1, 3, 2.
Right, what?
The initial stealth in that was really good. Like,
Yeah, I thought so.
it was a good building block. They just didn't they left it in.
build.
Yeah, they didn't build. They're just like, okay, that's as good as ever.
Yeah, it
it's
was
like,
very
no,
much.
it's not.
Yeah, it was very much a proof of concept thing.
Yeah,
Because Batman, hold on, Batman stealth is, but that's 2 games, I guess, right? Batman stealth and combat are great.
yeah, 100%.
Hold on, Batman does it really well. I love Batman
does it really well.
because you can fight people, but you can't get shot.
Yeah.
So it's like, or if they don't have any guns, fight them. If they have guns, you have to sneak.
And then I like the upgrade system making you pick which one you are going to be better at.
Yeah,
Because it's like, here's
yeah.
some stealth upgrades, here's some like combat upgrades, and it's like, here's your health bars.
yeah, meaningful.
This blocks bullets, this one doesn't.
Meaningful choice.
Although I don't understand why the health bar that's better against defending punches. No, it's better against defending bullets doesn't defend against punches.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. If I put Kevlar on my whole body,
Yeah,
fists aren't getting through.
not just.
If a bullet doesn't get through, a fist's not getting through. But I think that does a really good job of stealth is this section and combat is this section.
Yeah,
This
you can do both.
You just
can
can't-
attempt to
yeah.
do both.
I was
You
like,
can't really stealth a combat section very well, but you
Yeah,
can
but you
try
can-
and combat stealth.
You
section.
can try and combat stealth section, but you end up doing like a hit and run thing.
Yeah.
you like whack a guy.
Guerrilla tactics. Yeah,
Yeah, you end up doing great. It's just really clever. So I was about to say the same with Intravenous and the Hotline Miami and Arkham. It's very much in the idea.
yeah,
I think.
yeah. Their
Like-
gameplay loop is on point.
Sorry, hold on, no. Keep that in mind. I do agree, but it's more like it all stems from a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, how do we do a stealth game without making it shit? And then someone goes, what about Batman?
What about this? What about that?
Like, what about Batman? And then we're like, what do you mean? It's like, well, obviously he would stealth the people with guns and fight the people. And they're like, oh shit. So then we don't need to worry about.
Yeah.
So it might be, you can't just, not every game, which is the problem with homogenization. Not every game can be stealth and fight.
Yeah.
Like, it just can't be. Well, no, it can be, but it won't be good. The reason Intravenous is good is because of the context almost of what's happening in the game.
Yeah.
Same with Batman, the context of what's happening. I can't give you a Thief example because the combat was bad.
I never played Thief. Yeah.
Because it was bad in Thief. But
that game was, the idea was, let's make a stealth game. It wasn't, let's not make a stealth game.
Yeah.
Let's make a stealth game.
Because even Assassin's Creed, the
amount
of people. Oh, the amount of people I fucking massacred in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Just because they gave me a combat. It's almost like give something a health bar and they'll kill it.
Yeah.
So give me a combat system and I'll fucking kill things. That's just how it's going to go.
It, yeah.
That's just how it's going to go. So, where I think Batman, it makes sense, and Intravenous, it makes sense. You just, and Hades, the way you tell that story, it just makes sense. Yeah. Like a lot of times, I think it's just ideas. Like you just have to make the idea, it needs to be good enough.
And it's been woven so well in together.
Yeah, like you can't, was it that you can't separate the individual pieces from the whole product?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the sum of the parts make the whole. Yeah.
How do you do stealth and combat? And it's like, well, no, you can't just do that. You have to. What game?
Yeah, because when you just do stealth and just you fail as soon as the thing, like those are some of the worst.
They're the
parts
worst
in video
things
games.
in video games.
Yeah,
they're the worst things.
Worst stealth section.
One of the worst. That and trailing missions, I guess, but no, the stealth.
And what? Sorry?
Trailing missions.
Trailing missions. Oh, okay.
I think stealth sections for stealth.
I think
is worse.
the game that had the worst trailing missions was Assassin's Creed 4.
For Black Flag.
Yeah, because there was a point in time where you had to trail a ship.
Holy fuck! Yeah, that'd be awful.
It was awful. It was fucking atrocious.
GTA did it too with the vehicles. I don't like that either.
No, bueno. No.
Trailing missions, I think they seem cool on paper.
Yeah, no, though the idea of it is solid.
They seem great.
It's like fucking escort quests. On paper, it's a good idea to
sense, yeah.
defend that person.
Yeah. But then it's too finicky. I'll hit that person. I killed a guy with a fucking sledgehammer in Dead Rising the other day. Because a zombie was hurting him. And I was like, I got you, buddy. Cook. And then I was like, buddy. Oh, no. But yeah, I think it seems good on paper.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work. I think, like I said with Prototype, chasing missions are... I think they're hard to get right, but they're fucking awesome. But I think I prefer being chased. I think that works better.
Yeah, being chased, fucking brilliant.
Because then you can just make it...
But I would say that the chasing mission in Spider-Man was better than the chasing mission in...
Which one did we do in... Oh, yeah.
When you're chasing lizards?
Yeah. They did a better job of hiding it because they slowed you down.
Did they?
Yeah, they slow you down.
I was wondering why I was like struggling to catch up.
That's why you're struggling to catch up.
Yeah.
They do a really sneaky like slow you down thing. Like there's also...
I was too fucking fast.
That's the problem. You're not able to go like, you know, take the arc past the 90-degree angle. They won't let you. They'll shoot. They'll shoot you straight forward. That's
that
one
makes
thing.
you faster.
Yeah, no, but that's what it's trying to keep you in a certain place.
Yeah,
it's not letting you fall behind. It's not letting you go too close. It's keeping you in a certain distance.
Okay,
which I think is best.
Yeah,
you gotta do it that way. Do you gotta do it that way? It's a weird thing like stealth, right? If I catch it, you need to let me catch it. Yeah, like you have to. It's weird if you don't. Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
there just waiting. You're like, hi, buddy.
This is more of it's like a high risk, high reward type thing. If you cap me and keep me in the middle, I feel like I'm not really playing, which isn't great for the game I paid for. But if I catch it, your mission's kind of fucked. Yeah. So like, but I'll feel like if you balance it right, it feels like I'm really struggling to keep up with this thing. Like they balanced it right for me, but not really because I just didn't upgrade the speed.
Yeah. I don't know, speed was like the first thing I go for. Like
I go for a jump before I go for speed.
And Prototype. Yeah. I got all the traversal powers as soon as they're unlockable. Like I was like, traversal power. I don't have enough. I'm going to do some side quests to get the points to go and get that traversal power because I want to be fast as fuck, boy.
Wait, there's also gameplay allowing... a long day. The gameplay allowing people to like pick what they want to do. This is the thing God of War sucked with. You can break the game with like enough skill points in a certain ability, then you
Yeah.
can just unlock most enemies in the game. Do you know, like that kind of thing?
Yep.
Prototype same way. You can just break it by getting all these powers.
Yeah, but like these are two games where you are untouchable God.
Yeah.
So allowing you to break it,
Not the worst thing in the world, but then it removes challenge and you kind of ruined it for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think games do. I think it was a great video. Well, no, it wasn't great. It was a great. I think that was the only good video I've seen from Game Maker's Toolkit. Most of the time, I don't like his videos. I find he just tells me stuff I already know. But this one was how games protect gamers from themselves, and that would have been an example of they put a little cap on the speed because we will break it and catch up and break the game for ourselves, and then we've got no challenge.
Yeah,
it's like we've done it to ourselves.
We get the sausages made.
Yeah, we had to, and XCOM. Players didn't like it, but they put a cap on the time limit, like countdown, on how many turns before you end the mission.
Oh,
remember XCOM 2?
I don't remember.
So XCOM 2, you'd start a mission and it'd be like 4 turns until something.
You're out of stealth. Oh, yeah.
No, something would happen.
Oh, okay.
And then it was do this in 5 turns, or this person turns into an alien, or this blows up or something.
Yep.
And XCOM players didn't like that.
Yep.
Because in XCOM 1, they didn't have it.
They didn't have an Xbox One, yeah, and they put like a stealth mechanic on XCOM 2 as well. So
Yeah.
like, I want to spend a bit more time in stealth. You've got 4 minutes to get here.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And XCOM 1, they didn't have it. And XCOM 2 players didn't like it because they liked to spend ages setting up an ambush and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the XCOM 2 developers wanted to have situations where if you push it, you make mistakes.
Yeah.
They wanted you to make mistakes so that the stakes start happening. So you have those clutch moments where you're like 75% chance of hitting and I fucking needed to hit. Or 16% chance of hitting, I need this to hit. And then it hits and you're like, ah! You know? So he wanted more of that. So the organic way to do it would be, not organic, forcey organic way to do it would put a time limit on it. If not, players will just be ruthless and win and never struggle because they'll just take so long creeping and you know what I mean? So it's like it's a weird way to protect us from ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, no, don't optimize, you min-maxing pieces of shit. Play the game and give yourself some challenge.
And I like I do like that as a mechanic, but sometimes like contextually didn't really work.
With the what? The XCOM?
With XCOM, yeah. It was like I remember one of the missions where it was just like, okay, you're in stealth. They don't know you're there, but they're gonna blow up their information anyway in 4 turns.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm just gonna kneecap our operation by deleting this information, just in case. They could be around the corner, guys. We've won it. We own this planet. They could be around the corner.
The guy's like, this is the most expensive safety mechanism we have. Just every time, blow up.
Yeah,
it's like reset the password in 5 minutes. That's all you needed to do. Reset the password.
Reset the password. That's all about.
So you gotta do. They're like, no, blow the whole thing up.
And that's the thing. You could have done that. Like, this password only works for the next 4 turns.
Yeah, they could have done something like that. Yeah, fucking hell. Or if you get
pay me XCOM. I mean, XCOM developers. What are they called? Fireaxis.
For free. We
don't
even know their name. We can't.
Fireaxis. I'm pretty sure.
Fireaxis.
Fireaxis.
Good name.
That is a good name.
Good name.
Firaxis.
But yeah, I think
it sounds like a D&D villain.
Does he? Firaxis? Oh, yeah.
Firaxis the Bold.
What were we talking about?
Initially.
Oh, I don't know.
Standards.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to.
We jumped around.
I know we jumped, but it's a really good example of why standards are fucking confusing.
Yeah.
Time?
40 minutes ish.
Past?
Oh no.
Wait, what? Okay, cool.
But I did that about 5-10 minutes in.
That's fine.
Yeah. So still played.
I didn't need that time. Cool. Do you want? We could speak about Yahtzee's thing.
Oh my god, the most important part of news media right now.
Yeah. Yahtzee's
gone.
Is he was fired?
Well, I don't think he was fired.
Or did he resign?
I don't know.
Well, he said he resigned.
Yeah. Let's read
But
this.
you could also be.
No more information has popped up about this.
Yeah, because you could also be fired, but then they give you the option to resign because it doesn't look good to be fired.
Yeah, but why would they fire the cash cow?
That's what I mean.
Right. So Yahtzee Crochet.
No, the whole video team was fired.
Oh,
read it.
So yes, today I formally resigned from the Escapist and Gamers. I don't have rights to zero punctuation, but whatever happens, you'll be hearing my voice again soon. In a new place, join the Discord for updates, blah, blah, blah.
What was the other thing you sent me?
The other thing I sent you?
Mr. Vice President.
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
so that's the
Speaker,
top part of it. I don't
members of the Senate and House of Representatives, yesterday, November 6th, 2023, a date which will live in infamy, a zero punctuation show, which has been running for almost 15 years with a weekly video, has officially ended after a series of mass firings of beloved staff of the escapist at the hand of their corporate owners, culminating in the resignation of the entire video team.
Oh, shit.
Including the niche internet celebrity Yahtzee Croshaw. And
his niche? I didn't actually probably read that, but I
think
just
it's correct.
It is 100% correct. But niche?
He was not the owner of... He was
created
not
PC Master Race.
He did. That's huge.
That's like, fucking massive.
A lot of memes. He actually made a lot of memes. Anyway,
yeah, he did.
And he was not the owner of zero punctuation, branding, or art style. Now, that's the part. Anyway, he cannot continue making the series as of the time of writing. So he might maybe get it.
Yeah. The
team has reorganized under the banner of Second Wind Group. Any support you can give them would be greatly appreciated, and for any upkeep on news regarding blah blah blah, go here. So that's what's saying zero punctuation, branding, or art style. I'm like, I don't know if you can own an art style.
So I didn't fully read that.
It is just a square.
Yeah.
Like, just a couple squares that make a shape.
Yeah.
But
I didn't fully read that initially because I read the first part where it says Mr. President Vice there's a day in infamy. I was like, that's a copy paste or something like that. I didn't think it was an actual statement. I thought someone was being like, oh no, okay. How could this happen?
I know. So yeah.
And then I read Yassie's bit. I was like, what?
Okay,
I didn't realize the whole team.
So
okay, then they're fucked.
Well, that's what you said before. That's what made me think you'd read it because you were like, "Oh, they're fucked," and I was like, "Yeah."
I know just from him leaving, I was like, "They're fucked."
No, they're whole
like you know team. That's like
absolutely.
Like you look at that YouTube.
I've looked at Escapist's YouTube channel before and gone down their videos, and it's like 20k, 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 500,000, 20k, 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 20k. It's insane.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
so they don't have the cold takes guy anymore either.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Oh,
or
his buttery silky smooth.
Yeah, or Jack, who does D&D. He runs the D&D show that I don't watch, but
no, don't know
that too.
Okay,
but they were doing obviously their company's in trouble.
100%.
They made some decision that fired the entire video team, which seems like a very dumb decision. If you're
no. So from the looks of things, obviously they came in. I think they must have been like bought over or something like that, and someone's come in and been like, okay, this is not lucrative. This is not earning us enough money. Where is the problem? And then the immediate option is fire half the staff. The staff are any company. The most expensive thing is always payroll,
of course.
And obviously they're like, we need to sacrifice the payroll. And obviously these guys have went, don't you do it? And they're like, I'm gonna do it. Don't you do it? I'm gonna do it. Sacked half the staff. Okay, we leave.
Yeah, because
they're the people that are bulletproof.
Because that might be that might be what happened.
Yeah,
as well. Because
from the sound of that, like
I said, I said it like 4 years ago. Where I was like, why is Yahtzee not on his own? Right? Like, why does he not have his own show? Like zero punctuation. But now it makes sense. He didn't own it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like he should have. I don't know. I feel like he could. I don't know how well he was paid.
I imagine really well.
You
like
think
the sole purpose.
He could just go in there and be like, "Give me X amount, please, because I'm keeping this whole thing alive."
100%.
You know.
Like I imagine he negotiated,
equity, something like that.
Yeah,
but fuck knows what he did. Also, maybe we just have no idea how worth it he is.
I imagine like
he must be.
Yeah. Oh no, he's probably pretty wealthy. I think he lives in Los Angeles now.
But he also has a couple books. That might
has a couple of books. But he's never not been creative. He's always been a creative type, and from the sound of things, he doesn't like the corporate side of things.
No.
So he was like, sick. I can create this review show, do this every week, and then have plenty of time to do the things that I want to do.
Yeah, some people.
You keep paying me.
I said that some people don't. Like I said, creative people aren't always necessarily business people.
Yeah,
you can get the mix of the two.
Yeah,
Steve Jobs comes to mind. Like honestly.
Yeah,
like he's a creative guy, but it's not necessarily like creative as a creative.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like I make a video or I make a thing. He's like he's got a mind for creativity.
Yeah,
but it's not necessarily the creative that we would. It's the same way people say things are art, but when people say art, we mean drawing.
Yeah, no. He recognizes art and knows how to show it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He knows how to make a thing feel like it's premium.
Yeah, he's the Stan Lee of the tech industry.
Yes. I don't know much about Stan Lee. I know you hate him or something.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate him or something. All I know is Steve Jobs is it because of the business side of it.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like his idea to separate himself was like an Apple product is like even the box is fucking luxury and the way it opens is like ooh.
Yeah.
Like that was obviously manufactured, but it was a very creative way to make. You know what I mean?
It was always quite funny how was it his friend was one of the guy that created like the old
Mater or
like
some
game
shit?
store or something like that.
Oh, sorry, what?
So do you know like remember how the old games access thing, it used to look like a wooden box with like green felt on the back, and like the old game something or other on like old iPhones, initial iPhones and iPod touches.
Right.
That you went into the games thing and it was like this little green felt background and like lots of like relaxed kind of atmosphere kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, it'd look cool if this game looked like this, and Steve Jobs was like, yeah, sick, and everyone else at Apple was like, no. And then as soon as Steve Jobs died, they fired that guy and stopped having it look like a green felt thing, and they were like, no, this looks clinical now.
Okay.
It looks right, it fits all together.
Okay, right. But yeah, no, I think Yahtzee Croshaw isn't like, it just could be, he could just not be business. He doesn't want to go out on his own.
No,
he might want to work at a company, not run a company.
Yeah,
like
absolutely
fair. That's completely fair. It's probably not for everyone.
But he's not going to struggle for work.
Surely not.
No, not a chance in
Surely
hell.
fucking not. Like, I do think. I'm curious how many people
Ubisoft hired him
will.
to punch up the dialogue.
Oh yeah, for remarkably punched up dialogue. But I do wonder. I am curious to know how many people will follow him for him, not just his name. Like, that's the power of branding. Like, zero punctuation is a powerful brand
in
the gaming sphere.
Yeah,
like having just about 1 million views per a week per review.
Yeah,
is impressive in terms of that's just reliable.
But it's not going to be no one's going to continue watching it unless they get someone that sounds remarkably like him.
But that's what I mean. Surely they're just going to stop zero punctuation.
Yosha, if you will,
because it's very much him. The brand zero punctuation is him. You can't remove him. Yeah. What did you say? Brandy Zosha. You're laughing at your own jokes. I was like, okay, so he must have said something.
No, it was not funny.
No, I didn't.
Cats are Yosha as well.
Okay. Classic.
It made me chuckle. If you don't make yourself laugh.
Yeah. You'll never make anyone laugh. What was I saying? But no, yeah, zero punctuation is a really strong brand, but it is him.
Mm.
So if someone else replaces him, they do zero punctuation, people will click on and then click off.
Yeah.
Which isn't good for their channel either. So I don't think they should do that. Because people will go, click, this is weird, and then leave. Which will hurt them more.
But he still I'm assuming he still has the words. The rights to fully Rambo-matic.
Yeah.
You'll lose the intro tune, which you're gonna that's gonna suck.
That's gonna sting.
That's gonna sting a lot.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, I did notice it with Escapist though. I did notice they were trying to shove in ads everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely everywhere.
And I was like, you can do this. I don't mind.
Like that new intro thing that he had, where he was like, "Fudge." You don't want to hear fudge.
I quite like that.
No, I really enjoyed it. Let's actually have a nosy.
What?
I want to see Escapist stock.
Stock? Oh, you wonder if it dropped? Oh, shit. That's a good guess. Now'd be the time to buy, buy? I don't fucking know.
I'm dropping.
I don't think they're going to recover, though.
Not a chance in hell.
Well, okay, hold on. They could. Let's not say that.
They could. That's excessive.
They could. They could figure something out. But it also sounds like they don't know what they're... But actually, like you said, if they fired half the staff and then the video team quit, that would make more sense. Because it would make zero business sense to fire the video team.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
it's a fucking media company.
Sense.
That doesn't make sense. It can't be that.
I can't find it anywhere. And I actually don't know where to look for that, so let's not. I will spend them
well, it depends. I don't know if they're necessarily a public traded company or whatever.
True.
Like, if they're not that, then they're technically YouTube. If we're talking about like stock in that, I don't fucking know. Anyway,
but the two big things for Escapist was
business.
Zero Punctuation and Unforgotten Realms.
Is that the D&D show?
Yeah.
How many people watched that? Do you know?
I don't know. I just remember watching. So it was a big thing to me.
I never watched it. I liked his character, Yahtzee's, because it was like everyone.
Oh wait, no. Unforgotten Realms was animated kids animated show. Around about the time that Zero Punctuation started.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay.
This is like ages ago, and it was a D&D type thing. It was a joke because it was like the Forgotten Realms, but it's the Unforgotten Realms, and they're like, "Oh, look at us!"
Yeah, clever.
And they had a talking axe called Jacques. and Petey the rat.
But I remember his name was really funny. His character from the show.
Oh yeah.
No, sorry, the Yahtzee's D&D character from the D&D show they're running now. It was like, you know,
We're running.
It's like Atreus the third, and then
And
the other
Bob.
character is like, you know, well, Milagny the sergeant or whatever the fuck, and then he's like Mortimer Maxine Sticky the third, or some shit. Mortimer's Bumblemart, you know what I mean? His that's like 8 fucking really posh names.
Yeah.
It was very good. But no, I don't know what they're gonna do
I had no clue.
because that is a big deal.
That is I'm very curious to see what he does next.
Same, yeah. I do. I would consider myself a fan of him.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
I want to read his books.
Same. I'll audiobook them if I'm gonna read them. If
Do
anything.
you think he reads? Yeah, he reads them, doesn't he?
He better.
He reads
He
his own-
fucking
he
better.
reads
No,
his
this
own-
isn't. He reads it. He better read his books. But no,
Although I wouldn't mind that other guy reading
I
them.
keep. I wouldn't. No.
The guy from Cold Takes.
Yeah.
That's such a buttery.
He's got a
smooth
good
voice.
voice, yeah.
Like, he is set.
Yeah. God gifted him with the genes of a good voice. But you know, I think the escapists. I don't even know what they do. The news channel.
It's technically a magazine.
Oh.
It's Escapist magazine.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Like when I searched up there, actually, it came up with some.
Oh.
I think
Wow,
that's
okay.
like,
All right.
I always assumed like Escapist always like just made me think of the imps because they put that branding all over their website as soon as like he joined in.
Mm. That's interesting. So I'm just using this with us there. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what they are. They're like they're a media company.
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't know. It's very strange though when it's just not the way we've gone with YouTube. Like we're very. YouTube's in a funny place, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not very profitable to just be AdSense. It's not profitable for AdSense. You will have seen it. This is why ads start popping up, because there's the ad apocalypse, which happened, and it kind of cut everyone's like CPM or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they've put the ad blockers stopped working.
Yeah,
on all
which
that.
I think is really fun. I'll circle back to that. That's really funny. So anyway, if I'm a person and my overheads for my business
Big F.
are my overheads for me is my house, and then I make videos from my room.
Yeah.
And then I get sponsors and I get AdSense. That will
Why are you
support
effing any of this? This is the goal.
because it's hypothetical. Because so that's I know it's the goal. But that's the idea, right? So
Len Cameron, positive language.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm giving a hypothetical. So right, that pays for everything.
Yeah.
But if you're a company
Yeah.
that puts out videos that gets just about the same amount of views as this guy,
Yeah.
but you have to hire
All these people.
the video team,
Yeah.
so like you don't make as much money.
That's why they have their own like embedded videos and like ads and stuff like that.
Yeah, because theory you would have drive the traffic to, like obviously the idea would be to drive the traffic to a fucking product, which is what a lot of YouTubers do. But these guys have their own website, but it's really hard to get people off of YouTube to go pay for a thing. College Humor, I think, are the only people that are probably doing it
Yeah.
at the moment.
What's that?
Not College Humor. Well, College Humor would be right.
What it
but-
used to be College Humor.
Yeah, whoever Brennan is fucking on.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but
The game show or something.
I want to say Fight TV, but it's definitely not Fight TV.
It's like, I don't know, but they do it. The guy, Brennan Lee Mulligan, the DM. So
yeah.
he's with that game show, and there's a bunch of game shows, and you can go to. Fuck! I thought I'd get it with the.
Trying to drag yourself into there. Then.
Yeah, try and join myself right there.
I never do that. I really should start trying to do that.
It helps
Because usually I'll
sometimes.
just sit and stare at someone like,
I'll remember
the thing.
Yeah. the
You know what I'm talking about.
dropout.
Drop out. Woo!
Dropout. Yeah. So
Distraction attack.
dropout. They go dropout. Whatever. I think they're the only people that are doing it at the moment.
Yeah.
And obviously, Dimension 20 is very well funded through Patreon and stuff like that. Which is where escapists were trying. They were like, "Oh shit,
We have to become this,
Maybe
yeah.
we should use Yahtzee's thing to drag them here." But you might, kind of similar to YouTube, you might inadvertently do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Because the ad block thing on YouTube,
Yeah.
what I think it's going to do the complete opposite that what YouTube want.
Yeah. It's going to stop people from watching YouTube.
No, it's going to
Mhm.
make people buy ad blocks, no, or try different ad blocks, who don't know ad block's a thing. Because how many people do you think know what ad block is? Like not
True.
many
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we are a very small community
Yeah.
of people that are like fuck ads and I'm on my computer. there's a lot of people that don't. So they put out this thing, ad block, and then everyone's like, "Fuck this ad block." And then, as the internet does, controversy has now pushed it to the top. So now normal people are like, "Wait,
effects?
I think
is that what it's called?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think normal people are going, wait, ad block's a thing?
Oh, brilliant!
Wonderful! I hate ads too." And they're gonna start, and it doesn't even take that long, 3 clicks or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone was talking about this. I can't remember his name, and I was like, "Yeah, that." So I think YouTube's gone. We need to tackle ad blocks without thinking that, like, the consequences of that are other people find out about it. So their revenue is going to drop again by trying to. It's like the war on drugs almost. Like you try and tackle it, you make more.
Make it worse, yeah.
And it seems like they're fucking up a little
Drugs
bit.
are multiplying, guys.
Yeah. So I think escapists may have done that themselves, where they're trying to find a way to monetize their audience more.
Yeah.
But you don't just
done it so
start.
aggressively, yeah.
You can do an ask, I think, and then you got to pace it out and then ask. But they're already a company. They need the money.
We need to ask. We need to ask.
Yeah. And we like Yahtzee. We don't like escapist. I would pay Yahtzee money. Yeah. I wouldn't pay the escapist money. Yeah. Like I don't associate escapist with Yahtzee.
Yeah. No, they're it's like escapist goes off of Yahtzee as opposed to Yahtzee being housed by the escapist.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I do think he's got a very loyal fan base.
Well, 100%.
Like without even having a place for them to go. So he just needs to build.
Well, no, he's definitely going to have a place for them to go. Like,
yeah, he will.
Do you think he'll take the whole video team with him? I hope he takes that one guy from the Cold Takes. Like, I just love his voice. Like,
that would be hilarious if everyone went under Yahtzee and he was the pillar that.
I mean, it'd be hilarious. He's just like, I don't want to be this. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh, okay. I'll start another thing, I suppose. And everyone's like, yay! Yeah, we believe in you, our fearless leader. I don't want to be a leader.
Because I'm curious how many people go and find him. Like if he disappears, for example. Like if Zero Punctuation disappears, how many of the 500,000 people that watch go find him?
But what is that?
Still a lot.
16 years that's been running?
15.
Yeah. I thought it was 2007.
It said 15 years on the post.
2007 was before he got bought by Escapist.
15
years. Straight. Weekly.
Yep, pretty much. Well, that's what I was saying.
How many? 15 times 52? I can't do that off the top of my head. Let's
well, that's what I was saying about branding, where I was like, you build brand over a long time. Like the Zero Punctuation brand has 15 years under his belt of it. But Yahtzee Croshaw has 15 years, so he can do what he wants. He's put in the time, I think, like you were saying before. What?
780 episodes.
Yeah, that's fucked, man.
It's nearly 1,000. I'm upset about that. I want him to stay just for the
1,000. So no, I think it's a shame.
It's so sad. Like,
because Zero Punctuation. Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been watching Zero Punctuation we've been watching it for.
I've been watching it since 2008. Lewis introduced me to it.
Yeah, so you introduced me to it not long after that.
Yeah, immediately. Nearly enough, immediately.
Yeah, so that's 10 is 18, so 10.
15.
15. Wait, we've been watching the whole time?
Essentially.
Fucking hell.
I watched it. When did Resi 5 come out?
I don't know.
That was the first one I remember watching.
Wow, good job. I don't remember which one I remember.
Because I remember Lewis showing me it, and one of the jokes in it was sidestepping a plot hole to fall off a bridge. 2009. So we've been watching it 14 years. It's the sidestepping the racism angle. Because it was like when the trailer came out in Resi,
everyone thought
everyone was black. No, like everyone.
Everyone was black.
It's in Africa, so of course everyone's black.
Yeah,
but then you realize that you're a white guy going into Africa and shooting all the black people. So they started putting in like white people into the, and then afterwards you go to a village and it's just black people. It's like a village in a swamp or something like that, and he's like that's sidestepping a sidestepping a pothole to fall off a fucking bridge, and that was the end of the video. That was the first one I remember watching, and that would have been 2009.
Oh shit!
So we've been nearly watching it the entire time.
Nearly the whole time, right? Okay. Yeah, no, it's nuts. It's just been a constant staple.
And we were 14 at that point in time.
Yeah, no, it is a long time. It's a long time.
Fucking half my age.
Because he's such a good voice.
Half my age.
He's half my age.
Shit.
He's such a good voice in gaming.
Yeah.
Like everyone is just, I think a lot of mainstream reviewers are very up the fucking arse of like other people, and he's
100%.
very much not.
He's very much not, and he'll say whatever. Like
he does not give a shit.
Like they tried to blacklist him and it didn't fucking work.
Yeah, no, yeah, like he doesn't. It's also he's a very unique take, even for people who just are more critical of things.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I'm very critical of things, but you chuck fucking Saints Row whatever in front of me, and I'm like, I'm having a good time.
Yep.
Which,
apart from Central, the new one.
except for the new one, yeah. I can't think of what one did he like that I didn't like.
He liked 2 and 4.
No, sorry, what game did I like that he didn't like? It was like Ghost of Tsushima, I think, where like I enjoyed that game, and he was like, well, it's the same fucking shit that I play every week, right?
Yeah. And
A Plague Tale Requiem, that was the one that everyone was like, what an amazing story. And he's like, I'm going to kick that kid down a fucking flight of stairs. But he also prefaced it with just, I have a kid, which changed everything. Now I don't like dead baby jokes because I inevitably think of my kid. So I wanted to say all that to say, I want to kick this kid down some fucking stairs. Losing? But yeah, I think he was a great voice. He was it was just a good counter to some of the people that were like, this game's amazing. And he's like, it's so stupid. Yeah. It's so bad. This is bad. The gameplay looks sucks and the story's dumb. Yeah. And he says it eloquently and very
well
uneloquently at points as well. Where he's just like, fuck it, on a toadstool or some shit.
And like, I love where he was like, the videos that I do when I'm actually praising a game just don't do well. So take this for what it's worth. Batman's amazing. But here's the nitpicks that we're going to have, because this is why you come to me.
Yeah, videos that he praises the game doesn't do. Yeah, it's weird. That's a bad thing about the internet, I guess. One of the many faults of the internet.
But then after a while, when they, like, because obviously they came to him because he was the rambling guy that barely took a breath. So like that was his thing. But when they started to fall in love with his personality and who he was, they started to like the videos where he praises a game. But he still has to like take a second to be like, this bit shit. Like, because he can always get the right nitpicks.
But I also feel like, I liked Spider-Man, and I don't think it's a thing he's doing on purpose, obviously. I think that's why it works. Yeah. He's very authentic.
We're not going to get Spider-Man.
What?
Will we get a Spider-Man?
I was about to say, I was going to ask you, I assumed it was out.
I don't know.
Maybe. I was going to say? Shit. I think it works for him because it is authentic. He has a critical brain of these things. Yeah. Because I'm similar where it comes to Spider-Man, where I was like, I liked the game, but I will talk more about what I didn't like than what I liked. It's just how it is. So yeah, he's like, I liked the game, but like all this stuff was stupid. And when it comes to like looking at products, you can critique it. I don't know how to explain it. It just, if someone says 2 lines that are dumb in a movie, it'll take me more than 2 lines to explain why those 2 lines are stupid. Yeah. It's just exponential growth at that point. So if there's a big chunk of the game I didn't like, it's going to take me a lot longer to explain why it's bad, as opposed to I liked it. Yeah. Explaining why something is good is also the same kind of burden. Yeah. If I want to explain why this section was good, it's more than the section. Yeah. You know?
A picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is why I think critiques of movies I think should potentially be longer than the movie. Yeah. If you really want to like fucking
pick
get
it apart. Yeah.
Yeah, if you really pick it apart, it's going to be longer than
the movie. If you want to EFAP it, it takes longer
it's going to be longer than the movie. Yeah. Because it has to be if you want to give a full breakdown. And I do think there's a lot of benefit to a full breakdown. Yeah. Because
we could never full breakdown a game, because especially something like Spider-Man, that was, how many hours is that? Like 16 hours? No. So
well, I wanted to do more, which is why I'm like, I should have taken notes, and I should have just not taken notes. I should have gone fucking play by play through the story, because there would have been moments I would have loved to talk about, but I can't remember them. Like I would have if I had this is just the process of getting better at what I want to do. Yeah. Because I think it makes me like things more a lot of time when I critique a thing.
Critique it, yeah.
Obviously, I didn't like this game, but critiquing it. No, sorry, I did like the game, but I didn't like the story at all. But critiquing it didn't make it any better. But what movie did I watch recently? Hey, I watched The Gentleman recently. Did I movie? Guy Ritchie's movie came out in 2019.
No, never seen it.
It's really good.
It's Charlie Hunnam, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've seen him with
Charlie
like the Uzi,
Matthew McConaughey, and Colin Farrell. Yeah, and Hugh Grant, and I was like, "This is a fucking powerful movie in terms of actors, man. Jesus, they're all good actors."
I keep scrolling by and I'm meaning to check out.
It's a good movie.
It looks funny.
It is funny, and it's very, very well written. And there's like 1 or 2 bits that are kind of stupid. Yeah, but I don't mind talking about the stupid critiquey moments. Yeah, because sometimes it makes me like a movie more. Yeah, because it makes me realize what I did really like and how good that moment was. Yeah. You should also really watch Andor.
Oh yeah, you've been saying
it's the best thing they fucking put out since. I would put it at the top of all of Star Wars. but that's personally because I just
So
think
best thing they've done since Rogue One.
At least more miles better than Rogue One. Oh, it's
Yeah,
a TV show. It's a little different.
But Rogue One is still the last great thing they did.
They've done, yeah. Well, not anymore, but yeah. Before that, yeah.
Yeah. And then probably Clone Wars before that.
Oh, the cartoons, yeah.
Yeah.
But even they suffer sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a cartoon. It's the same way a series suffers. It's
Yeah, no, but there's some good writing in it. That's why I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's here. And then I think the original trilogy are really good, but I honestly think I would prefer to watch Andor. I don't know if it's better, but I would prefer to watch Andor.
yeah.
Like, it's one of my favorite TV shows because it's like it does what I like in writing though.
Yeah.
Like it's very purposeful writing. Very purposeful.
Yeah.
I was telling you the example where every time he wants to do something, he's like, he gets dragged into the conflict of the rebels.
Yeah.
At any situation he can run away, he
trying to
thinks
run away,
about it. But he's fucked up so much. He fucks up right in the beginning. He's fucked up so much. There's not really much of a point of going back.
Oh.
But that instinct is still there to be like, should I go? I should. No,
Mm.
don't. It's not. And then you can see him like, okay, I gotta stay. But that does, every episode, basically, he's like, I don't want to be here. I shouldn't be here. Can I leave? No, damn it. It's like,
Have you watched Rogue One since?
we're gonna watch it after season 2.
Oh, is Andor still They did a second season. I assume
They're going to do a second. Oh, hopefully. Hopefully they fucking get to do it.
I was-
Everyone watched it and they said it was boring, and it really upsets me.
Oh, that's
Because
rough.
they're like, oh, nothing happened. And I'm like, everything happened, you fucking invalid. You fucking. Like, the dialogue is amazing. Oh, my God, it's really nice.
Everything happened.
Everything happened. It was
We
so
went
good.
off topic. That's probably enough. All we got time for today.
Yeah,
Think of it.
probably. But no, I watch Andor.
You heard it, people. Watch Andor.
The final. You're not even in the shot.
I
anymore.
realised that I slowly went further and further.
Andor. Watch it.
Watch it. Thank you very much.
You should watch it.
I will watch it.